All right. Hey, everyone. Mark here. Mark P Markets. Thanks for joining me. Now, this is an impromptu session. I normally don't stream on Fridays at 8:30, but I wanted to go over some pre-market stuff, and I thought I'd try something new. I'm not going to be able to do this like on a consistent basis, but I will try to do these type of streams more often. I want to see what type of feedback I get to see if this thing provides value. Okay, so you don't need to see me. We're just gonna look at the chart, and we'll go with that. All right. So let me just put this up here real quick. So we're just gonna get started right away. This stream is gonna be about maybe 30 minutes. The idea here is to go over intraday levels, so you have a much better idea of what is possible today in terms of probability. We're gonna go over Bitcoin mostly. But also, we'll run through some other markets real quick. All right, so let's get started. This is for educational purposes only. For investment advice, please consult a licensed investment advisor. All right, so again, if you're new, I normally don't do this at this time. You could check the YouTube channel and you could see all the videos. My normal streaming time is Monday. I do every Monday at 3 o'clock Eastern time. So you could catch my regular analysis streams there. But like I said, I'm looking to do some new things and expand a bit. All right, so check the links in the description, by the way. Press the like button, subscribe to the channel. All of that helps. If you want to become a member, a premium member of Market Signals Pro, which is my website, again, you'll find the links in the description. I am running a special on the monthly packages. Okay, so I mean, we do all markets, but we could focus here just on cryptocurrencies. I'm just going to show you real quick. Okay, look, this is the page. If you go to the link in the description, I just want to show you this real quick. All right. This is the page that it takes you to, and these are the plans. All right, so there's monthly, there's quarterly, there's yearly. If you buy the yearly, all right, you can see here it's $474. Right now, I'm offering a 20% savings, a 20% coupon on top of this, right? So that comes to like $378 or something like that. It's $100 savings essentially. So you click on this basically, right, and it takes you to this other page. Where here, this is what it looks like. And then you just put the coupon code in here. All right. Have coupon, you put the coupon code and you're all set. All right. Now, for those that are interested in that, I'm just going to mention right now, the first person that subscribes, I will throw in my training program for free. The training program is worth another $200 or $300. This is the training program. All right. At markpmarkets.com. This is what it looks like. This is the curriculum. I'm giving this to you for free. It's a 16-day program, but you have to be the first person to sign up. All right. The first person gets this for free. It's $299 value. If you want to see this curriculum more closely, you can go to markpmarkets.com and you can see what this is all about. All right. Anyway, enough talk about that. Let's get into this. Non-farm payrolls just came out. All right. Just a few minutes ago. And by the way, you can feel free to ask questions in the chat or whatever. I'm just gonna put the link to the coupon code. Hold on, in the channel here. If you go to this page, you can get the coupon code. All right, I'm gonna put it in the channel. Then we'll get started on this. Oh, and I can't see what I'm typing. All right. All right. So you go to this link. All right. That's the link right there. Okay, I spelled it right. Okay, good. So go to that link. You'll find the coupon code and all that information there. Okay. All right. Now, let's talk about Bitcoin. Now, when I do my pre-market analysis, I want to give you an idea of like the routine. I always start with the bigger picture, the daily chart. Now, we're talking day trades here today, right? So why am I looking at a daily chart? Because I want to get a sense of the bigger picture. Now, I've been talking about, those of you that have been following my analysis and my notes and everything we talked about on Monday. On Monday, what was I saying? I was saying this is a highly likely area for a pullback. Well, the next day we got a 10,000 point pullback. Okay. So that's a 10,000 point range candle right there. So anyone that was foolish enough to buy this top, this is the risk you take. I mean, a lot of people probably got margined out in this area, right? Now, look, it's bounced significantly since that time. It's impressive. But the thing is, we are still in between these two levels, right? These levels, these lines on my chart go back on the monthly chart, right? These are levels that I got from the previous Bitcoin all-time highs from whatever, 2021, whenever that was. Okay, so these levels are very significant. And I said in between these levels, which I suspected was a wave 5 completion area, we got a 10,000 point pullback. Now that's a meaningful move, even though most of that pullback has been recovered, right? But that's still meaningful because someone dumped something in this area. That's very important because if this thing fails, then this thing can pull back significantly. Because like I keep talking about with wave 5s, wave 5 means the party is over. Okay, I don't care what all these people are saying about Bitcoin halving and all this other nonsense. Wave 5 typically means the next wave that's coming is corrective. All right. So, and on this magnitude, that can be a very broad wave, which can take months to play out. Okay. Now, again, this has nothing to do with day trades, but you need to get some general perspective first. All right. Now, let's go to the smaller time frames. I'm going to move to we'll start with a 4 hour. Okay. Now, the 4 hour is what the trade scanner primarily looks at. And that's where the signals generally are come from. If you haven't seen the results, okay, I don't know if you guys checked this page out. Let me just show you this real quick, right? If you go to my website, Market Signals Pro, and you just click on the results, this is the results page, okay, that Stian made possible. This is trade of the week right here. So over the previous 4 weeks, we've had positive trades, right? Look at that. Those were free. If you're not on the trade of the week list, you missed these. Look at that. And each week the asset class rotates. But let's look at the coins, right? Plenty of red here, but look at the greens. Okay? A lot of greens in here, right? Now this comes from the 4 hour chart. I'm going to spend some time, not now, but I'm going to spend some time going over some of these red trades. You guys should be on top of this because these are the results. The trade scanner does decently, and these winners are greater than the losing trades. And that was made that way, right? It's a 1.5 to 1 reward risk. So these are always going to be greater than the losing trades. Oh, that's a lot of losing trades. Right. But there's a way to manage these. Right. And I've gone over that in my recent student meeting, but I'll go over that more. All right. Anyway, I just wanted to point that out. So here's the thing. Intraday, 4 hour chart, right? The signals basically come off of this time frame. Now, that means they're swing trade signals. They're not day trade signals. I am working on a solution, though, which I can't talk about it right now, but soon I will be able to. Now, let's just look at the price action here on this 4 hour chart. On that nasty sell-off day, right? Look what we have here, right? Look at that. That is a massive bearish pin bar. So there was plenty of warning when this thing touched this high and turned around intraday, right? And then it got hammered. This is a 10,000 point move, basically, right? 10,000 points. So plenty of warning in there. Now, let's talk about where we are now. So since then, we bounced. Okay, cool. And this level, this area up here is obviously a significant resistance level. Look at all this resistance we've been getting over the previous few days, okay? Resistance. We're back at the level now, interestingly enough. Now, here's the thing with something like this. When you have resistance levels that refuse to have a major effect. Now, we just had non-farm payrolls. Clearly, it had no effect on this. Okay, I don't even know what the outcome of non-farm payrolls was. I don't care. I'm only interested in price action. But here's my point with this for intraday traders. When a resistance is being basically ignored, right? Like, because this thing is just slowly working its way up and lingering, right? That's typically a sign of strength. So my point here is, don't go nuts shorting this. If you're intraday and you try shorting this, sure, these are short opportunities, these type of movements, but you have to take your money quickly. You cannot sit in the trade, oh, this thing's going to pull back 10,000 points. Don't think like that, because if you do, you get stuck in situations like this. This is strength right now, okay? Even though we're at very, very vulnerable levels, and someone obviously is willing to sell. So here's what I would look for intraday and over the next couple of, or early next week. We're going into like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Any test of this area here, right? Particularly this area right here. You say, oh, that's a higher high. Yes, but this zone is a failed, is what I call a high probability reversal zone, this zone up in here. All right, how I come up with that? I mean, I just drew a random square here, but there's a way I can come up with that. All right, I can actually come up with an actual zone. And I'm not going to do that now. But the point is, it usually looks something like that. And if this thing pops into that zone over the next few days, a lot of people are going to be excited, right? There's going to be a lot of talk, a lot of nonsense, blah, blah, blah. This is what I want you to remember. This zone, even though it is a higher high, it would be a new all-time high on Bitcoin. This possibly can fail here dramatically. So don't get sucked into the higher high, new all-time highs. We're going to 100,000 nonsense. As a day trader, you can't afford to do that, right? So what you're looking for here is another pin bar, something like this. But you're looking for it up in here. It could also be a bearish engulfing candle, and it should happen quickly. Okay, so this is a 4 hour, so maybe it pops into there, and then the next candle or two should basically equate to something like that, right? We reject it, and the rejection should come quickly. So if you're looking for shorts in that, that's where you could work on a smaller time frame, perhaps an hourly or a 30-minute. We'll take a look at that, but that's what you're looking for. Now, the other scenario, the bullish scenario, is it just cleans right through. If it does that and just blows through the zone like it's not even there, then it's not weak. Okay? So again, the idea here, we're not forecasting. We're just examining or evaluating or preparing for a couple of scenarios. The market's either going to show us one or the other, pretty much. We could narrow the range of scenarios. That is what we're trying to do. All these people that come up with, oh, Bitcoin is going to be here by next month, that's just nonsense. And if you believe in that stuff, you will find out the hard way. Okay, I hate to tell you, but we all find out the hard way. All right, anyway, so right now at this moment, this is strong, but I gave you some resistance levels to work with, right? You have the current resistance level, which is right now, right here, and then you have this area up in here, which is a key area. Anywhere between like these areas, this is also an area where it could just turn anywhere randomly. All right, so just keep that in mind. The upside is very limited. Now, let's move to a smaller time frame. Let me know if you have any questions. So we're going to go to a 30-minute. This is really where the intraday stuff comes into play here, okay? You're looking at a 30-minute. And the 30-minute, you want to get some intraday levels. Now, keep something in mind. Intraday is like its own world. So everything we went over, the bigger picture, you need to be aware of the bigger picture. Yes, you do. But when it comes to intraday, now you have to change your mindset. This is where it can be very hard. So you want to keep those bigger picture levels in mind and that bearish scenario in mind, right? But intraday, you have to look at what's going on right now, and you have to adjust to this time frame, okay? So that means that if you take any trades, you want to know where the vulnerabilities are. Let's talk about what's going on here. So all I see here is strength, okay? And we saw in the bigger picture how this thing is lingering near major resistance areas, right? So these are your resistance areas, which came from the bigger picture, but we have this lingering strength, right? Higher low over here, right? Higher low, okay? I see another higher low. So all I'm seeing are higher lows. Okay, cool. That means the intraday bias, meaning just today, is bullish, right? So you have to be able to balance the two the two mindsets. We know the bigger picture is highly vulnerable to bearish, but right now, this thing is bullish. And as a day trader, I'm most interested in right now. Right now, the thing is, the expectations have to be kept very low. So if a trade is taken on this time frame, how big is this candle right here from low to high? 67,442 to 67. So that's about 500-point candle, something like that in 30 minutes, right? 500 points. So if you're looking for half of 250 points, 300-point move as a day trade, that's within reason, right? Now, would you take a long right now? This is not a good place for longs. Even as a day trade, it's a bad place because we talked about all this resistance and there's plenty of evidence of resistance. So as a day trader, scenario one, if you're looking for shorts, you can short a strong market as a day trader, but you have to expect even less. You should not expect a move back to here, okay? Although it's very possible over the next few hours, or by the close of the day, it's very possible, right? It only takes a couple hours to get there, but that would be unreasonable, right? But if you look for halfway, maybe a pull back to here, this is very reasonable. It's only one candle. Right? That's the mentality you have to have for a day trade. And if it goes further, if you put your take profit there and you get out of your whole position on something like this, and I'm assuming you're using futures contracts, because the spot, it's just more complicated, right? I don't know why you would short spot, but futures contracts, if you get rid of one and you try to hold on to one, then maybe you try to give it a chance. But it's aggressive because you're fighting the structure, right? Intraday. But the short idea would be one idea, but not at this moment, because why? Anyone want to answer that real quick? Why would this be a bad idea to short? Although we are in a resistance. I just want to see if people are paying attention. Why should I not short this as a day trader? Eventually what I plan to do with these streams while you're answering that question is this is what I'd like to do. I'd like to actually take trades, okay? But I'm working on a way to demonstrate that. And when I have that, that's something I'd like to incorporate into this, is actually take real trades. Okay, that's where I'm working toward. I don't have that now, but I'm working toward that. Okay, so you guys can see in real time, what reality is like. But so Christos, yes, it can break through. But here, the answer I'm looking for is there's no short signal. This is a vertical candle, right? It's just clean cut vertical. Why would I short this? I'd be stepping in front of it, and the next candle may look like this, right? I don't want to short this. So we have a location to short, but we don't have a confirmation. That's the key thing. We are lacking the confirmation. So what does confirmation look like? Look at these candles. Plenty of confirmation on these candles, right? Look at these. We don't have anything that remotely looks like that right now, okay? We had something that tried over here. As you could see, it hadn't gone very far, right? And next thing you know, you're facing this vertical red candle in your face that continues to push higher. Now, this is a 30-minute, which means you have to wait an hour or two before you get the type of confirmation. Do you have to wait all that for a day trade? Not really, because we can go to a 5-minute, okay? Now, this is where it can get very noisy. That's a 5-hour. Hold on. 5-minute. That's a 5-month. Hold on. There's a 5. There we go. 5-minute. Okay, so this is the 5-minute, all right? We have a consolidation breakout. Look at this on the 5-minute. Failed low, okay? So this was a nice clean long. That's a long confirmation, right? And it eventually breaks out of this consolidation. This is really where the magic happens, okay? And you don't have to wait hours. Now, we worked our way to this time frame because what we were trying to do is get some sense of levels, right, and trend. So we got that. We got our levels. We got our trend. Now we're looking for price action. And that's really what you do on the 5-minute chart, is you look for price action. This can turn into a bearish pin bar very easily. And it only take 5, 10, maybe 15 minutes, okay? If you get the bearish pin bar here, that may be worth a few, maybe 100, 150 points, and you're out, okay? Now on the bullish side, you're looking for a test. The bullish side can give you some more possibilities. Why? Because this thing is generally bullish intraday, as we've determined from the smaller time frames. So you're looking for a halfway pullback, okay, which can give you a higher low in that area right there. You can use, this is also where fib retracements can come in useful, right? You can simply do one of these, and you can look at this point in here, right? You could look at the midpoint area. You could do one of these, and this is going to give you your support, okay? I'm not going to go over the whole fib thing. If you want that, again, that's part of my training. I go over all that. Anyway, so that's one area. The other area for longs would be here. That's the failed low area, okay? So those are your intraday ideas, and you simply wait. You wait for the location. Look at that, right? So we got the candle developing. The candle needs to close, and this could be an intraday short, okay? But you have to expect very little. I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't be expecting hundreds of points on the short side, but if you can pull off 100 points, 150 points, okay, cool. But the long side, if you're going to expect anything, if you're going to lean on any side, it should be on the long side. Now, let's see if you guys were listening. Can you tell me why? if I'm going to lean on the side, like for example, let's say it pulls back to here intraday into this area, okay, into here, pulls back, let's say, and I get a long signal there. See how quickly this signal changed up here? That's why you don't you wait for the close. Anyway, let's say I take the long. Why should I lean on that? Meaning, like, why should I expect that to go further? Why should I sell one and then let one ride? Why should I do that? Anyone want to answer that real quick? Why should I do that? As opposed to taking all of my profit and just getting out with a very low expectation. Why? You could say, I don't know. That's a valid answer. So I'm here to fill that question in. Okay. Anyone? Why should I give it a chance? Like if I buy it here on a confirmation, why should I give that long a chance? If I'm going to give anything a chance, why should I give that long a chance as opposed to not giving the short a chance, really, just taking whatever you can? Anyone? I'll give you another 30 seconds to answer that question. Okay. By the way, while you're answering that question, let me just take a quick look. Now that we had non-farm payrolls, I'm just curious, what do the bonds look like? Let's see. Ooh, that's a 5 minute. Let's just take a quick look at the 1440. That's the bonds. Bond rates, bond prices are interesting. This is the 10-year note futures. High or low over here. Interesting. So rates are coming off as bond prices rise. Okay. So I'm guessing just by this price action, non-farm payrolls must have come in soft. I have no idea how it came out, but that's what that price action is telling me. I don't pay attention to the news. I pay attention to the price action because that's really all that matters. Okay, especially intraday. So let's go back to our 5 minute Bitcoin. All right, if bonds are coming off like that, I mean, if bonds are rallying and rates are coming off, that will help. That also helps explain a little bit of the strength because that means, weaker dollar and everything that rallies against everything against the dollar rises, right? Higher lows. Okay, so good answers, but the thing is, the answer I was looking for is the reason why I should give this a chance is because the general trend intraday is bullish. It's that simple. It's bullish, right? There's nothing bearish intraday here, although we are at potentially bearish levels. It can break through these levels. So if I go long on a pullback, right, I'm buying something that's part of a stronger environment. It's okay to give it a chance. If you're going to give anything a chance and you're going to be aggressive, it's good to be aggressive on the side of the trend, the intraday trend. Now, again, these ideas are only for intraday because tomorrow this can completely change, and it can completely change around these levels that we talked about on the bigger picture. Okay, so do you guys see like how I combined the bigger picture and the smaller picture? That's what you have to do. Now, you may be like, well, that's a lot. It takes some time to get there. All right, to be able to put all this information together. If you find it confusing, then the best way to start is work on the bigger picture first. The smaller picture can be extremely confusing, okay? That's why I developed a bot, and that's why the bot takes trades for you, right? And it takes swing trades, so you don't have to do a lot of this analysis that I just showed you. You don't have to do it. The bot tells you where to get in. It tells you where to get out. All you have to do is manage the trade. In my previous student meeting, I went over a whole series of exercises to help the trade management part, to improve the trade management part. So again, if you'd like to know more about this stuff, there's a training program, right? And I'm offering it for free if you become a monthly subscriber. This is the training program right here. I'm sorry, yearly subscriber, yearly, not monthly. This is the training program if you want to learn, all right? And this is my website, Market Signals Pro, and all you have to do is I'm running a special on my yearly plan, okay? And you can basically save $100 on this yearly plan if you go to the link that I put in the chat, okay? Market Signals Pro meeting, okay? If you go to that link, you can save 20%. The first person that signs up for that gets my training for free, okay? I will reach out to you and I will give you the instructions on how you can get to this for free, right? And again, I charge $300 for this, and I'm actually planning on making some improvements to this thing here. But right now, that's the deal. All right. So anyway, I just wanted to run those things by you. Oh, look at that. There's the short. Wow, that was fast. Let's see what it came off of. That's actually a double top. You guys see that in the 5 minute? Let's see just how much is this worth. If you took the break of this low, 67,834, right? And this thing's at now at 67.7. See, there we go. It's like 125 points. I'd be looking to get out now, right? Get out of, if you have 2 contracts, out one. Sure, I could say this after the fact, and then you let one ride and see how far this goes. We're already back to that area that I talked about, right? We talked about the midpoint area, this area right here, right? That's the possible support area. So now, if that second short hesitates, get out and look for the long. Those are day trades. Okay, you guys. So again, if you have any questions, reach out to me. You know where to find me. You can email me at mark@markpmarkets.com or support@marketsignalspro.com. There's a contact page on the website. You can also reach out in the Discord server. There's a free area there. I know most of you are members of that. You can reach out to me there. By the way, there is a scammer running around in the server. So if I reach out to you first, it's probably not me. Okay, just please be careful with that. And I will never ask you for $1,000 or I will never ask you for money in the server like that. Okay, if you're getting private messages from me asking you for money, it's not me. Just letting you know. All right, block the guy, report the guy, whatever. We caught the most recent guy, but it's ridiculous that they have to do that, but that's what they try to do. Anyway, all right, so you guys, let me know if there's anything else. Yeah, if you have any other questions, just let me know and we'll go from there. But first guy, like I said, first guy or girl who becomes a monthly subscriber, a yearly. I can't even talk today, people. It's Friday. Whoever becomes a yearly subscriber will get my training program for free. You got to be the first one. All right, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day, the rest of your evening, wherever you are in the world. Thank you very much for watching.